Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing tonight, man?
Oh, hopefully well. Hopefully
Awesome.
well.
Awesome, bro. All right, well, welcome to the Heavy Metal Gridiron preview on Outlaw Radio Nation, where we talk AFC North NFL football, talk rumors, give you some news, play nothing but heavy metal with my co-host, the Zack Attack. Welcome to Outlaw Radio Nation, bro.
Oh, I've missed it. I've missed it. I know I fell off there for a while. Just glad to be back in it.
Yeah, I'm glad to have you back. I missed you.
I don't know how missed I've been, but I'm sure it's some, and I'm gonna return the favor.
All right, very cool. All right, so you ready, Zach? You ready to get this show going?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, how have you been, my friend? It's been some time.
It has been some time. I haven't seen you since last September when the macaroni grill shut down. Now we can at least say the name of the thing.
Right? And not only that, fun little fact, you know what parking lot I'm actually in to film this
Are you in the
with you?
macaroni?
Yep. I went back in time to one of the old parking spaces that I used to be in at. And you might be sad to know what they're actually doing to the building. It's definitely interesting. But yeah, I said, you know what? I'm going to go back to where Outlaw for me started. And it's not always going to be like this. Eventually, I'll be there with you doing the show in August.
Yeah. We're actually going to get started in September because football season doesn't kick off till September 9th. A Wednesday night. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, a little bit. Same thing, like the only thing that we could really watch now was the draft mostly, and to see what could be.
Yeah, you're right, man.
But yeah, so which would you like to start with first there, my friend?
I think we're going to go with seeing the it's kind of strange, a weird blurry background. Well, I went to this because the background's kind of blurry. I don't get it. I don't know.
It looked all right.
Yeah, it happens sometimes.
It happens sometimes.
Tell me what you got going on in the Zack Attack. I want to hear what's new.
Well, funny enough, the theme for tonight, I got my original 5 that I used to have. Sometimes it was 4, sometimes it was, just anything that was real groundbreaking, like when Ozzy passed, R.I.P. still, even then. That segment was mostly dedicated fully to him on that one because it was so much. This is titled, the theme of tonight's is ironically something old to something new. And so you can your thoughts out on that. We'll start with, for example, number one being Anthrax. We all know who Anthrax is.
Hell yeah.
They announced their first album that they're coming out with, and it's been a decade since they released one.
I know it's
So
been forever.
they're coming out with a brand new one. So that's something new that they're doing. For an older band, you remember Stained. Who doesn't remember Stained?
Yeah, great band.
They finished their ninth studio album to release in early 2027.
Oh, that's
So
cool,
they
man.
finished that as well. So now we skip down to number three, where who knows a lot about Rage Against the Machine.
Great band. Great
Love
band.
love Rage Against the Machine. I know they just remember when we talked about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame stuff, they just got recently brought in there. But anyhow, Tom Morello is pairing up with Surge from System of a Down to make a song together. So
Yeah, I
like
heard about that.
if you can think how that would sound. like me personally, I love Tom Morello from my Guitar Hero days. I still try to play every now and then, and he was always inspirational on that. And so I keep up with Rage Against the Machine and him for mostly those things. But you can't go wrong with System of a Down. No matter what it is up and down that they had going on, you always still follow Surge.
Yeah,
No matter what.
I heard a bunch of times that System of a Down was going to get back together, but every time they talk about doing it, it never happens.
No, and I wish it would. I wish it would because it, every now and then. I mean, yeah, me and you used to play it up at Romano's all the time. But just the other couple of days, one of my coworkers where I'm at now, System of a Down, a couple of their songs cranked through the back of the house, and I was like, man, this it just threw me back in time to Romano's when all we would play was stuff like this, you know.
It was
But
mostly you, man. You
oh,
cranked the
I
music
know.
at work all the time.
I had it. I still miss that. I had it absolutely made back there, and the funny thing was is people were really starting to dig it there, and then toward the crash, you know, it it was really starting to pop off back there for really any day. I just tried to make it fun.
Yeah, guys, when I
Oh,
worked with Zach, he would come up to me, he would play music, and he'd come up to me and be like, check out this song, right? He would play a couple bars of it and be like, do you know who this is? And I'd listen to it
mm,
for a few minutes. I'd be like, yeah, that's Judas Priest. And he's like, damn, dude, you're good.
oh, that's where me and Jeff even still through the crash through everything like that still stayed really good friends and tried to keep in contact here and there as much as we could. And really, Romano's is our cornerstone because all of our conversations would intertwine all the time through uh, music and comparisons and experiences he's had and knowledge that I might have picked up on or just simply even had. And then, hmm, didn't know we were both Steelers fans.
Yeah,
you know,
it's good to be on the winning side, right? We got some Browns fans in
isn't
here
it?
telling me that it's Brownstown and the Steelers suck. Yet,
Oh yeah,
playoffs
my best
every
friend
year.
was saying, no, go ahead.
I was just saying we're in the playoffs every year. We haven't drafted a number one quarterback since Terry Bradshaw back in the
Yeah,
70s. And I've only lived to see two NFL coaches.
right. I mean, Mike Tomlin is still in the NFL. He's working for their announcement team on TV now.
Actually, I
So he
should
did,
back that up. It was Chuck Knowles, Bill Cowher, and then Mike Tomlin. So I've seen those three.
yeah, and but here in a little while we'll get into way more of the Steelers stuff. I about to say we definitely some, and I know people are definitely gonna hate us a little bit, Jeff. Hope you're ready for that.
Yeah, I'm used to being hated, Zach, as you know. I'm totally cool with it. Steelers number one, baby. Number
Hey,
fucking one. Or I
with
should
all the
give it
ring,
one.
with all the
Number
rings,
one.
we're gonna run out.
Yeah, you're right. But I don't know. I don't think this is a ring season.
Um, I'll I'll get into it because I did see a prediction about that, and it's kind of a bold statement because I don't know. Even I'm where you're at. It's doubtful. It's it's doubtful.
Well,
I just
later in the show, we'll give our predictions about how we
oh
think
yeah.
the the NFL will round out and who will be Super Bowl champs and where the Steelers will fall and the Browns and all that.
So now we're keeping kind of with the Guitar Hero theme a little bit on this fourth one, and you may or may not have heard of this band before. They're kind of you really have to know a lot about them. The band Dragon Force.
I know all about Dragon Force.
Do you? I all right. So what do you think of their new singer they just brought along?
Well, first
Miss, what
off,
is that? Alyssa White from Arch Enemy?
Alyssa White Glues.
Yep.
Yep. Fan of her singing. I think she's amazing. Um, I'm not a big fan of Dragon Force, although I love their cover song. Oh man, I can't think of the movie it's from. It's a Disney movie and it's freaking great. You know what I'm
I
talking about.
Yeah, they have so many they have so many band members for one. Like I think they have 5 or 6 people that play in that band at all times. And for the longest time, I kept thinking that it was one guitar player, one this, one that. No, it is an entire charade of people that make Dragon Force happen. And so but when I saw, at first I thought they were replacing Mark. I thought they were, and I thought people were just gonna trash Dragon Force for bringing on this random Alyssa White from Arch Enemy, and no, people warm up to it a little bit. I'm still kind of on the fritz. I'm not too sure about it.
Well,
You
it's a big
know,
thing now with women in rock. There's so many metal bands
oh
that are
sure.
featuring female singers.
And so, do you remember this, Jeff? To round it off, the community question, if you
I
remember
do.
that.
I do remember that one.
So I saw this today, and ironically, my coworker got really, really excited, like almost to the point where I was like, okay, you know. So the community question will tie into what the news is. So I saw today that Primus, everyone knows the band Primus,
Oh
they
yeah.
they are doing their own rock version twist of Holy Diver. So they decided to take the original Holy Diver and try to put their own twist on it for Primus. And so the question that follows with that is how do we really feel about certain bands like Primus or even anything out of the way doing remakes completely out of their comfort zone?
Well, Primus, right? I know they've done Black Sabbath. They've covered "The Devil Went Down to Georgia" by the Charlie Daniels Band.
Charlie Daniels.
They've
Yeah.
they've done Rage Against the Machine, some other things. I don't know. I'm all for it. I think it's a cool way for bands to show off their talents and especially change the song, make it their own. I've always been a big fan of making the song your own by changing it.
No, I mean, granted, there's all the copyright and stuff that goes into it, but I mean, if they can get the sign for it, I bet you the original makers are just hoping that they don't botch it, you know, like to where it's so bad, it's like, oh Lord,
Well,
you know,
Les Claypool's an amazing bass player. They're a three piece. They got a great band, and it's James Maynard that's playing with them, right? He's on it,
yeah, I think so now.
and he's from Tool, so he's going to be joining for that song. I think it's going to be good. It'll probably be weird because Primus is a weird band.
Oh man, they've always been so weird. Do you remember Dennis? Shout
Yeah,
out to Dennis wherever he's at. He
Dennis
was a
Baby.
major fan of Primus. Knew like almost like 90% of the songs from them. And My coworker immediately read my little list. I showed him first, and he was like, "Really? Primus doing that? Oh, I gotta listen to that." And I'm like, "Wow, I didn't know it had such a big standing." You know, I, I'm all right with Primus. I remember Jerry was a race car driver. Too many puppies. You know, just
Wyona's Big Brown Beaver.
like
Um,
just
my
they've
name is
always been
Mud.
out there.
My name is Mud. That's a great song too. Yeah, I used to
It's
dig them. I used to dig their music. I think they're pretty good. Um, but I think that remake is going to be really different. Reverend,
Very much so.
we got two guys watching the show tonight. Reverend Rob and Matt Guka are huge Browns fans.
Oh yes, yes. I remember Mr. Matt and Reverend. I think that one's new. He might be a follower that's followed all your other shows,
Well, you haven't been around for a minute, so I'm going to enlighten you.
right?
Matt Guka is the paranormal chef. He's on Thursday Paranormal. And
hmm
Reverend Rob Johnson is our host on the Outlaw Radio Show on Sundays.
That did he just started that, didn't he? Recently?
Yeah, I think it's been 3 or 4 shows now. I'm not exactly 100% sure, but 3 or 4.
Right.
And yeah, he's with us, and yeah, they're big Browns fans, and they're gonna really hate this show,
my
especially as the
childhood
music goes.
my childhood best friend, yeah. My childhood best friend, he goes, "Dude, you're gonna be one of the most hated people in Cleveland." I'm like, "I don't think so." Like, I don't
Yeah,
think so.
how could you hate me any more than you hate me already? I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it?
No, it fuels you.
Hey, man, I'll tell you one thing. Since I've seen you last, I haven't cut my hair. I've let it grow.
Really.
Haven't cut it, and I dyed it blonde. It's almost down to my shoulders. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna let it go. I want to see how long I can get it. I'm a wild man.
Hey, why
Uh,
not?
Anna said the Steelers are overrated. Your woman's on watching.
Oh, I know. Me and her have had constant things with sports over at my grandpa's house, or even my mom's, and she's wanting me to root for the Browns every now and then.
I just can't bring myself to it. Listen, I grew up in a Browns family. Um, my brother used to. He's 7 years older than me. He used to punish me quite a bit every Sunday or Monday night games. We didn't have Thursday night football then, and he would
Right.
punish me quite a bit. But you like who you like, and that's all it is. And I'll tell you, I'm just gonna tell the viewers out there how it happened. I got grounded. I got sent to my mom and dad's room. They had a old black and white TV. It was a Zenith back in the day when you had the
Oh yeah.
rabbit ears and the whole bit, right? And I turned it on, and it was football. It was the 1979 Super Bowl between the Steelers and the Rams.
Oh
And
boy. Oh boy.
I saw Lynn Swan, I saw John Stallworth and Terry Bradshaw and Franco Harris. I saw Jack Lambert, Jack Ham, all those great guys, and I was hooked, man. And you couldn't get me to not watch the Steelers after that. I joined the Steelers fan club. I was all about it. And yeah, I've heard a lot of ridicule through the years, but I don't give a fuck. You like who you like, and that's all there is to it, man. I might
Yeah.
be from
And
Cleveland. I might live in Cleveland. Let's say that. I don't feel like I'm a Clevelander because I've lived all over the country,
right.
but I live in
Whereas
yeah.
me, I'm born and raised in Elyria and legitimately, But it's so funny because I'm 29 now, and I've done so much more involvement with the Pittsburgh Steelers than I ever have with Cleveland. I mean, I could tell you things. It might not be so true now because this was back when I was 14 or 13, maybe, when we went to Pittsburgh, saw Heinz Field. I mean, I know what they touch for good luck coming out of the locker room. I know what the locker room looks like. I mean, I've done so many more things than ever stepping foot on the Cleveland Browns stadium and being down there for anything. And it's just, like you said, it's hard to bring yourself to it. It is.
Yeah, I've seen Three Rivers Stadium before it became Heinz Field. I went to see the Cleveland Browns play the Pittsburgh Steelers at the old stadium downtown before they rebuilt it. Um, it's not that I hate Cleveland or anything. I'm not a big
Oh
fan of
no.
Cleveland. I don't love Cleveland. There's other cities that I grew up in that I really freaking love, like California and Virginia. Detroit is one of my places that I lived that I really loved living at. But I am I guess a Clevelander. I guess by default, but not a Browns fan. But I will say this: I do miss the old rivalry of Pittsburgh and Cleveland. I know
Yeah.
they've tried to make it a rivalry now, but it's just not the same. And the
Mm-mm.
thing is, when I was watching football as a kid, it was Brian Sipe versus Terry Bradshaw, and then it was other quarterbacks against Bernie Kosar, and that's when the rivalry was really freaking great and everything. But now it sucks. I mean, like, let's be honest. Cleveland,
Does it seem like it shifted more to Baltimore now than Cleveland?
well,
Their
yeah,
rivalry?
absolutely,
Yeah.
because Baltimore stole the Cleveland Browns and then stole that Super Bowl. If anything, the
Oh yeah.
Browns fans should hate the Ravens more than they hate the Steelers. But rivalries are hard to die. But yeah, the thing is, the Cleveland Browns are an embarrassment to the NFL and the city of Cleveland. They just can't get it right. There's even now there's rumors about Deion Sanders interfering with Shadur Sanders. They want the father to stay out of it. How many coaches and quarterbacks have they had? It's embarrassing,
Oh
and
yeah.
every year they're just fucking awful.
I mean, I think the thing that really did it for me, where I was like, man, I just can't. It's so hard to even be like upbeat about the Browns, is celebrating an 0-16 season. That to me is like, what are you even thinking? How how can you celebrate that? Just like how it is up here. It's like I could not do that. If I was on the Browns, I would not have shown up to that party. I
Yeah.
just I couldn't have done it. I'd have been like, what are we doing? What are
Well,
we celebrating?
they're
You
celebrating
know?
getting the number one pick. How many freaking times they had the number one pick and they blow it every time? They have idiots working in the front office, and yeah,
Either
they're
that or you'll have who was that dude that was paid like obscene amounts of money and it was just an ass ache trying to get everything square for that guy. Oh, he got hurt right away.
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, yeah.
He's still on the Browns. He's battling for the starting quarterback with Shador Sanders. He's probably going to be the starting quarterback, and then let's be honest, he's going to come out, play a couple games. He's going to get hurt, and he's going to just make that money.
I
They
will
have.
say though, Aaron Rodgers ain't too much better right now.
He's
He's
a
been
hundred.
on the crybaby side too.
Yeah, that's why I say what I say about the Steelers. Is that first of all right, we're gonna. All right, let's talk about Rodgers. All right, so I have a little bit of news about him. The 42-year-old Rodgers is putting off retirement for at least one more year and signed 1 year contract Saturday with the Pittsburgh Steelers, who hired McCarthy in January to replace Mike Tomlin as head coach. Rodgers and McCarthy were together for 12 plus seasons with the Green Bay Packers and reached the postseason 9 times, winning six NFC North titles in the championship. The deal is worth reported guaranteed $22 million, but could be worth $25 million with incentives. The thing about Aaron Rodgers is he's consistent. He doesn't throw a lot of
Mm.
long passes. He does a lot of dump off plays, but he's very smart and he is knowledgeable of the system. He's knowledgeable of Mike McCarthy. They're probably going to be first or second in the standings at the end of the year, and the Browns will probably be dead last again because Cincinnati looks to be a lot better than they were last year.
One time we're gonna be horribly wrong with that, right? It's
Uh,
just gonna kick us in the face one time.
eventually,
Like,
eventually, maybe not in my lifetime, but eventually they might win a Super Bowl. It's highly doubtful. And Anna, Zach told me you're not getting a pizza. He said no pizza. I'm just screwed.
oh, I
I want
see.
pizza.
Hey, see, we do have dinner plans for that, and I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, with Aaron Rodgers, when you see him always like everybody was dogging on him last year for the smelling salts, and then he would just throw these atom bomb passes, you know, and people were starting to have more faith in him. They're like, okay, maybe he's not a washout. Maybe he's got a year or two left in him. But my favorite thing about Aaron Rodgers is before he even considered being a Steeler, and when he was always on, he was like the best guest on the Pat McCaffrey show, if you can remember that, you know. But he also became like one of the most hated people ever at one point.
Well,
Like
he's a dick.
for well, wasn't it the thing that he said with Jimmy, was it Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel? I think it was one of the two of them. And I mean, the internet just hated Aaron Rodgers' guts forever. And then voila, he becomes a Steeler, and people are just like, "Oh, great," you
Well,
know.
Reverend Rob said that Aaron Rodgers is washed up. I don't think he's washed up. I think, if anything, he's probably got a couple more years in him. He's a good quarterback. He's smart and knowledgeable, and he may not throw bombs, but he's still agile on his feet, and he's still 100 times better than Deshaun Watson, Shadur Sanders, and that 4 foot tall uh, Dylan Gabriel. Um,
Oh, Dylan Gabriel, yeah, from the what was that from the Ducks?
no, that's I can't remember what that dude's name was. Dylan Gabriel plays for the Browns. He sucks
Well,
though.
yeah, no, he came from the Oregon Ducks, I
Oh,
think,
did
for
he?
college.
He's the size of a duck.
Yeah, I remember he didn't do so hot when he first came in there, and yeah, and some people just aren't ready to come up from college, but we'll see. I mean,
And
and
Larry,
go
or go
ahead.
ahead, man.
Oh no, I was just gonna say like the Steelers players. I don't know about you. How much did you actually pay attention to the draft? Like I just saw some of the names coming in, and I mean they got a lot of shoes to fill for there. Like the people that we have now and got last year, like DJ Metcalf or DK Metcalf. You know,
Good player, but
it
not smart. He's not a smart person. Low IQ,
and just like
my
and
opinion.
even on your offense defense side with Patrick Queen, you always heard his name come up last year.
Well, I
Just
know they signed Boswell, and he's with the
we
Steelers.
can't get rid of him.
No,
We
he's the
can't get rid
highest
of
scoring
him.
guy in the team, man. Um,
He is absolutely. People could compare him to Justin Tucker from Baltimore if they wanted to, but Boswell has saved our ass quite a bit.
Boswell is just as good as Cleveland's Matt Barr was. Matt Barr was amazing. Or
Dare I
maybe
say Phil Dawson?
Phil Dawson. And yeah, that's a Chris Boswell right there. I mean, look at the Browns kickers. When they go to kick field goals, it's 50-50. All right, this
Well,
I'll also say this about the Steelers. They did shore up their offensive line a little bit and their defense. In the draft, they picked a really good rookie quarterback. He'll compete, and they're probably for the first time ever. And I think this was going to happen possibly with the Browns too. They'll carry four quarterbacks. They have Aaron Rodgers,
oh,
Will Howard, um, Mason Rudolph, and then they got the new guy. I can't remember what his freaking name is right now. But I think that they've got really good quarterbacks, and compared to what you got in the Browns locker room, But then again, let's talk about Baltimore. Lamar Jackson's coming back. Talk
Is
about
he?
Cincinnati. Uh, Burrow, he's healthy.
Bro, yeah.
They had a good draft. Cincinnati did, and they're probably going to be very competitive. So I'm going to say it right now. This is how it's going to go. It's going to go Baltimore, Pittsburgh with the wild card, Cincinnati, Cleveland.
I was gonna say, how many times have you seen Pittsburgh playing for a wild card game? Like, a lot more than I thought.
It's it's all the time because they're just a 500 team. You know what I mean? They're not dynamic
Yeah.
like Baltimore is. Baltimore is a dynamic football team, and they're fantastic. Cleveland will win maybe 7 games, maybe 5. I'm not sure.
I was gonna. I would bargain with like 5 or 6 because they, it's kind of a miracle when they win. You're just like, huh, But I don't unless unless Anna makes me watch some this year, uh, which she might, But I'm gonna make her watch some Steelers games too.
I don't have the money to go out to comedy shows, so when I get the chance, I watch Browns games.
That's a good. I like it. I
It's the
like it. I
truth,
mean,
man.
yeah, and a lot of the time, I mean, it's really incredible to watch what Cleveland has done over the years. Like as far as just simple field goals that just go way way off, and you can't even blame wind for most of it because if you're watching the game and it's just like, oh, how do you? We're just sitting here laughing.
They find a way to lose all the time. Yeah, it's like this. I remember watching last year. It's 4th and inches. They've only won 5 games, and what do? They punt. Like, go for it, dude. Does it matter? You've already lost the season, you stupid bastards.
You
Go
already
for it.
lost the season.
Just go for it. I don't get it.
Yeah,
Um,
I
it's just well,
some
Stefanski's gone. So, although I thought
yeah.
they should have kept him.
But when did they ever keep anybody? Anybody that was any sort of good, or like it's almost like they're superstitious and they just won't tell anybody, but they are because what they'll do is, God forbid, somebody's any good, they'll get rid of them before they have a chance to make something of it. You know,
You're right.
they'll just get rid of them. Like, oh, this is going too well. We need to, you know, and they're just gone. They're just gone, or something, or they fired someone on the management team or something like that, and it's like, oh, okay, I remember somebody told me that the Browns do have a lot of money. The problem is they don't spend any of it. So that's why the Browns always had like the youngest football team, quote quote, and because they didn't spend a whole hell of a lot of money to get anybody. You know.
Well, they have a lot of money. They just don't know what to do with it. That's the problem.
Mhm.
And all
Oh,
right.
love that background.
Yeah, I know you do. I have a background for every team. Just so you guys know out there, people watching the show, it's not just going to be a Steelers show. I mean, I'm going to show all the teams' backgrounds. Hey, Zach, we're going to play a song, and then when we come
Sure.
back, we got some more news. And while we're playing that song, I'm going to figure out why my camera is blurry. So it this is the weirdest platform sometimes. All right, man, I got a cool song for you. Check this out.
I'm in.
This is Avoid Dead, and this song is
Oh
called Inner
yeah.
Demons. And I played this a few times. I'm gonna play it again tonight, but we'll be right back, peeps.
See you in a minute.
dead. Inner Demons. Good song, right?
Man, oh, did they, I meant to ask this. Remember when you did that contest with Outlaw, I don't know, a couple months back or
Yeah.
something?
October,
I think
the
so.
Outlaw Radio Show.
Yeah, did they end up taking the win on that?
They won the um,
Yeah.
medal thing. I still have to send out their trophy, man. I still have 2 trophies to send out. It's been a tough. I'll be honest with you. It's been a very tough winter for me and spring. It was hard to find a
Same.
job after I lost my.
Macaroniville, yeah.
Yeah. Well, shit, man. My mom passed away, and I went to work the
Yeah,
next day, and
I
they
remember that.
fucking closed. You know, so one, I was like grieving and I was depressed, and then on top of that, I had to find a job, and I was like, I don't even want to leave the house right now. I was just so freaking depressed, and it was just really hard to find a job. I did fix the camera. You see that?
I did see that.
Um, it went to like an auto type lens. I don't know. It was weird. I have a lot of paranormal things that happen at this new place that I live at. You'll see when you come over. I have weird things that happen. It's nothing
Weird
scary.
things that happen.
It's not scary. It's just weird. I'll just say it's weird, okay?
Oh, hey, I
You'll see
it
things move.
wouldn't phase me too much.
Well, you'll see things
Um,
move on their own. Maybe it's like poltergeist activity or something. I don't know. I'm not really afraid of it. Although
no,
I'll be honest with you, I do sleep with the lights on since I've had
really.
a lot of weird things happen. Yeah. Hey, Reverend Rob said he goes, I thought this was an AFC North show. It is an AFC North show.
Oh
But
yeah.
right now there's no football season going on, so we're pretty much just gonna dog the Browns. And I'm just joking, man. I'm not gonna do that. But I do have some news. Hey, listen to this. So the Cleveland Browns have the interior of their offensive lines put together between OTAs because you know they're struggling with their offensive line. So in training
Mm.
camp, they're working on that. There's a word that there may be they may trade a player away who doesn't end up on the starting team, and don't be surprised if it's another AFC North team. They're rumoring that somebody on the offensive line is going to get traded to an AFC North team.
You know, how many times do we see that? You know, a player goes from Cleveland and then just becomes amazing. You know, and he
When they,
just
I wanted what's his face? I wanted Baker Mayfield to go to Pittsburgh.
that would have been nice. I mean, but you know, it just goes to show you a lot when a player just and you know, there was a time. I don't say it so much now. There was a time when like I play a lot of Madden games, Madden football, and I've had all of them through the years. You know, my favorite is obviously what is that? Madden 19 with Antonio Brown on the cover. That
And
one
what a
obviously
shame.
still. Um, but
What
for all the years that I had them, you know, I would see these players like RG3 that went to Cleveland, and immediately I just would get sad. You know, I'd be like, oh man, like, why did you choose that? Or why did, you know, some of them get a choice, others just get thrown into it. But it's just like, I don't like that player as much.
you know
When,
the you know when they draft some of these rookies, you know they don't want to come to Cleveland. You know that's a
oh no,
fact.
oh
Um,
no, I mean, the check might be fat, but still, their morale and what they have is just like, oh, damn it.
they ruined
Well,
quarterbacks. They're not a good quarterback team. Johnny Manziel was a pretty decent quarterback. He had a huge ego. I've got a lot of stories about him.
oh, he's such a try hard.
I've met him
Oh
multiple
man,
times. I'll tell
did you
these
really?
stories. Yeah, I'll tell these stories throughout the shows as we go. Yeah, I met him multiple times and his 304s. You know what a 304 is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I met his 304 many times. Hey, I'll say this, Baltimore Ravens have got probably the best schedule of all the AFC North teams. Pittsburgh has a tough schedule. The Cleveland Browns have a tough
It,
schedule. So does
they
Cincinnati.
always do. Pittsburgh always does. The it's like the deck is never stacked in our favor.
Yeah. Cincinnati Bengals have a game in Madrid, Spain. Um, the Cleveland Browns, I don't think are going overseas. If they are, I think they're going to Ireland. And the Pittsburgh
That's been a
Steelers,
thing lately,
they're
going
going to be,
across this.
yeah, Steelers are going to be in France.
Huh. Wow.
Matt Guka said that Johnny Manziel is an asshole. Yeah. Hey,
Noted.
did you happen to see these news reports that during Manziel's when he went to Vegas and got all wasted? You remember when that happened?
Yeah.
And he was pictured with the flamingos. He was doing all the. There's certain words we can't say on the show anymore, so I can't say it. But he was doing certain drugs. Uh,
Yeah.
he
Yep.
he had a suicide pact that he was going to unalive himself. I can't say suicide. Damn it, that's twice. Unalive himself. I'm still getting used to all these different words. There's so many of them. Now that we're monetizing the channel, and all the hosts will tell you there's so many that it's hard to remember them. But here's some news about Cincinnati you'll like. The Cincinnati Bengals recently finalized their 2026 schedule, which includes Madrid, Spain, against the Atlanta Falcons in Week 9. Quarterback Joe Burrow has expressed high confidence in the roster, particularly with defensive upgrades following the high-profile trade of Pro Bowl defensive tackle Dexter Lawrence. He's going to be a beast.
Oh yeah.
Um,
He will.
T.J. Watt is, let's be honest, is in a decline. I don't see him really,
You know.
but they've got a new hotshot guy on defense for Pittsburgh, and then you got Myles Garrett, who I think wants out of Cleveland.
Oh, of course he does. I mean, he's already last year. He set what, one or two records
Everybody
and
wants
stuff.
out of Cleveland.
Like, but I don't see Miles Garrett necessarily going to Pittsburgh, maybe, but definitely. Do you think he'll stick in AFC North, or is he gonna venture?
I hope he goes to Pittsburgh, man.
You
I hope
think?
Pittsburgh picks him up. Yeah, yeah. Even Miles Garrett in his later years will be like Franco Harris. I don't. You probably don't remember, but Franco Harris,
Oh, I know the name.
he didn't retire as Steeler. He ended up with the Seattle Seahawks, and when he went to Seattle, he still had a really phenomenal last year. So, in my opinion, Miles Garrett, even at his worst, is better than some of the other players out there.
Yeah, and I don't hate Seattle at all. My uncle is lives in Seattle, Washington. So anytime that he comes to visit, always watching the Seattle Seahawks play. And I've been a fan of them for a long time. They've had some incredible people that played there, like Matt Hasselback. You can't forget the name. And then you have Sean Alexander that was on there. You just, certain people, you can't forget those names.
Wasn't I can't remember the dude's name, something Sherman, and then there's Marshawn Lynch.
Marshawn Lynch, that's it.
Yeah, and oh,
Yep.
Richard Sherman. He was
Yeah.
they had Seattle's a great team. You know, I mostly know about the AFC North because I'm a Steeler fan, so I follow
Of
everything
course.
AFC North. But other teams out there, Denver's going to be another good year. Baltimore's going to have a good year. Seattle's going to have a good year. Dallas is going to be a surprisingly good team this year.
I say they fell off last year, didn't they?
They always fall off.
You know, but how do you, so be honest with me on this. Do you miss Ben Roethlisberger as our quarterback?
Hell yes, I miss Ben Roethlisberger. I still
Mm,
think that Ben Roethlisberger could probably step in and still be a potential threat. I think he's better than Aaron Rodgers,
oh
but
yeah. So many people have so much hate to say about him, but you know what? If I throw all of that aside, all the hate comments that I've ever heard about Ben Roethlisberger for all those years, all the messed up shit he may or may not have done, you know, it boils down to that was still one of the most superior quarterbacks I've ever seen. You
Regardless
know,
of regardless of what they said happened in that bathroom with that girl, let's be honest, Deshaun Watson is completely more disgusting than Ben Roethlisberger ever was. Johnny Manziel was a head case. I'm sorry, Shadur Sanders has an ego the size of Cleveland, and let's be honest, a lot of these football players are scumbags. They're not the
oh
best
yeah.
people in the world.
What is it? I heard a comedian talk recently about what was it? Adam Pac-Man Jones from Cincinnati. Like they deemed him as unapproachable. Like if you were trying to get an autograph from him or something, he was just genuinely like rude.
Do you remember this game? It was Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. It was a wild card round. Antonio Brown went down the middle for a pass. Pac-Man Jones went headhunting, hit him in the head with an elbow, almost knocked the guy out. I think he did knock him out. And then
Yeah,
and then on the sidelines, Joey Porter comes out, and Pac-Man Jones assaulted him, which gave them another penalty. So Pittsburgh was losing, right? And basically, what happened was these two big penalties, two 15-yard penalties in a row, put them in field goal range. They ran one run play, they lined it up, and they kicked a field goal, and they won because of
yeah.
Pac-Man Jones. He's a head case. He doesn't belong in the NFL. He's a monster.
No, and over the years, they are changing a lot of the stipulations and the rules in the NFL. And some people can sit there and say, well, now it's become advanced flag football and all of this. And it's like some of that is true. Football from what it used to be, hell of a difference. Like I remember. Do you remember when they did that? So what is it? The kick returns. How you feel about that whole shindig?
I hate it. I think it's boring as shit. I think it's stupid. I also hate the new quarterback rules. How there's defensive players that barely touch the quarterback and they get penalized. I mean,
Mm.
and it's true what they say. Maybe some of these quarterbacks need to wear skirts because they act like bitches.
You know, there's a fine line between like I signed up to play football, but then I don't want to break a nail. You know, there
Well,
there's a fine line in there.
the NFL is a very violent game. Let's be honest. It's just as
Oh yeah,
violent as hockey is. And they had to do something with the concussions because these guys were getting really shook up. And
oh
the
yeah.
whole the whole the concussion protocol I think is well needed. These oversized
I'd agree with
helmets
that.
is well needed because of the long-term effects of I think it's called CTR or something like that. CTC. I'm not sure what it's called. I can't remember if somebody out there knows.
You see, yeah,
Uh, yeah, but they had to do it because even after these guys retired, they were committing they were unaliving people. They were
yeah, heinous
and
felonies and things like that.
look at Antonio Brown. I think he's completely lost it mentally. He's out of
He,
his freaking mind.
I saw he's not playing in the Canadian League, is he? Like he was doing. Is that what he was doing, or was that somebody else?
I don't know. I think Antonio Brown was running a arena football team at the last time I
Oh
saw.
yeah.
But even then, he was being a psychopath. He's got mental problems, and I think a lot of it is due to the concussions. I really do.
It all circles around. And so yeah, where they implement some of these rules, I stand by that. Like some of them you definitely need, no question about it. It's just, but you're sitting there and you're slamming stuff on the ground, like what kind of call was that, and this and that. It's just you're like, okay, that you know,
Well,
it's true what they say. If there's 4 minutes left in a football game, turn that to like 8 or 10.
look what happened to Mason Rudolph when he got into that altercation with Miles Garrett.
Yeah, I
Miles
was gonna
Garrett,
bring that up a second ago. Yep.
he totally lost his mind and started using his helmet as a weapon. I mean, Maybe
Yeah.
maybe Mason Rudolph deserved it because he was on the ground. Who knows what was said when they were on the ground? I know that there was racist slurs that were suggested and that
Well,
Mason Rudolph grabbed him by the cojones. Um, but we don't know
mm,
what really happened. But the fact that he used his helmet as a weapon, Myles Garrett should have been thrown out of the league forever for that.
yeah.
My
Mm.
opinion.
Of course, you know, it shifts over to where, you know, it's all about who you are, unfortunately, because um what the hell am I thinking about? Like Tiger Woods in golf, for example. And don't we're not gonna get to his mixed barrel of nuts at this point right now, but you know, when he goes to play in events, the crowds that follow are absolutely phenomenal. Just to simply see him, the attendance goes through the roof. If you're somebody like, how many kids do you see that go down to watch Cleveland Browns game and they got a Miles Garrett jersey on, or they got, if that was to leave, the attendance would decrease slightly. They don't want to get rid of somebody of popularity like that if they don't have to. No
That's
matter what it is, just fine them out the ass. Fine them
that's why
so much money and be
that's
like,
why
don't
the N
don't do that again.
that's why the NFL is fucked up, man. They praise people that are murderers and SA people and Deshaun Watson, and then they punish other lesser known players. And hey, I have no idea. Maybe we could look it up when we play the next song, but I wonder who's playing the NFL halftime this year.
I really hope it isn't that Super Bowl show. I hated it. I did. I was one of those that I couldn't believe it. You know,
It
you
sucks.
know,
It
and
sucks every year. They should have a metal band. It should be like, let's put Metallica up there, man.
they wanted to. They
They,
wanted to do that.
Metallica would do it. Metallica played a concert for the Oakland Raiders on the side of a truck,
Hmm.
man.
Well, in that too, some news on them. That M72 thing that I talked about, that whole tour reunion that thing was a outstanding success that they
Yeah,
did.
well,
I mean, it made headlines majorly.
Anna said that Taylor Swift needs to perform. Fuck Taylor. I hate Taylor Swift. And
Oh, oh no.
I'm also going to say this: Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce can go ride a huge dick. I cannot stand the two of them. They're both embarrassing. They're ridiculous. Travis
Uh,
Kelce is the biggest puss in the world. I can't stand that dude. I also hate.
hey, hey,
I'll tell you,
hey,
I
how
hate.
happy how happy did it make you when the Chiefs weren't anywhere near it?
They suck, man. Patrick Mahomes. I hate that guy. He's the biggest bitch in the NFL. I
I'll
can't
tell
stand.
you, the only person that I actually like on the Chiefs was their head coach, because he really did do a hell of a job with what he had. He
Andy
did.
Reid.
He tried. Yeah, I do like that guy. I do like him.
I think they
You
should
know,
bring back the suit and ties that like Chuck Noll wore and the dude from the Dallas Cowboys. I can't remember his freaking name, but I think they should bring back the suit and tie.
you mean
A-
like
And
dress him up like basketball does?
yeah, Anna's like, I'd love to see that happen. I definitely would not like to see that happen. I think football deserves metal, hard rock, and rock and roll. They don't deserve pop culture bullshit icons like Taylor Swift. I
Except
can't.
for the fact, the only counter argument maybe for that was where I was talking about the popularity. You know how many people would flood look how many people watch the NFL solely because of that girl. You
True.
know,
And that's why the NFL was so in love with the whole idea of Taylor Swift being at all the football games. But god damn, It's so annoying. Every freaking time they're showing every fucking Kansas City game. There's Taylor Swift. There's Taylor. Who gives a fuck? Who cares?
So I mean, for attendance wise, it was incredible. I mean, the numbers that skyrocketed for that, and but then if I was at that game and I started talking to some of the people in the crowd, and I said, well, what really made you a Chiefs fan or something like that, and if people came up to me and they said it was because of Taylor Swift, I would walk the hell away from them. I'd just be like, yeah, I don't even know why I said anything, and just uh, I would. And I don't hate her. I don't hate her. She, when I go with Anna places, she'll play me in the car. I don't hate her. I just, what she tried doing to football may have been for good or bad, but, you don't really watch it for who appears,
Hey,
except on the field.
I don't hate Taylor Swift either. I think she's attractive. She's got decent songs. I'd still like to bend her over. I just I'm just not a fan of the whole Taylor
More,
Swift NFL football thing. I think it's a joke and it's
more
embarrassing.
like a pipe dream there that you got.
I don't know. She's been ran through so many times. Maybe it's probably looser than the Browns quarterback situation.
It, I mean, I, you know, the question is now, do you think it's going to be like that again this year though? Because the Chiefs will try to come back. They'll try to be number one again. They'll try, and they're not married yet, but they're engaged as far as I'm aware. So she'll be there again. You know that.
He just looks like a huge puss every time that he's around her. Like, oh Taylor, and then remember when they celebrated their NFL championship? But my favorite was when they weren't even a playoff contender and they didn't show him and Taylor Swift so often. That was beautiful.
Yeah, as soon as they were out of it, you never heard nothing again, except for social media that kept you up to date on everything about them. That's about all you heard.
I would have more respect for the NFL if they put P. Diddy and Donald Trump sitting next to each other in the at a game. I'd have more respect for him. And that's not saying much, man.
And that's not saying much.
All right, hey man, let's play a song and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do two in a row and then we'll come back and we're gonna wrap up the show, all right?
Yeah, that sounds good.
And guys out there, again, I want you guys to welcome my buddy Zach, the Zack Attack, to the Heavy Metal Gridiron. We got to get you a shirt for the Heavy Metal Gridiron.
Oh
And
yeah.
another thing I want to say out there is I see the comments about Sandy coming to the party on Thursday. I don't know if Zach is going to be able to make it. If you can bring Anna with you, there's going to be a whole bunch of people there. It's going to be a good time. But I'm going to say this. Um, there's going to be a lot of parties this summer. There's going to be a lot of events like the House of Blues thing that we have coming up, which is really freaking cool. I'll tell you about it when we
Yeah, I
come
heard
back.
about that one.
It's going to be awesome. And there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff. So, Sandy, there's going to be a lot of opportunities for you to get a sitter and come out and hang out with Outlaw Radio Nation. All right. So,
Great.
let's play a tune. Do you like the playlist tonight?
I'm digging it. I was trying to figure out the first couple songs that you played though. I was trying to get a grip on who they might have been.
The first song was a band called Guillotine. The song was called Severed Heads. And then I played
Severed Heads.
Ancient. Yeah, Severed Heads. Then I played Ancient Limbs, a song called Drowning. They're from Cleveland. Avoid Dead was with Inner Demons. Actually, I'm going to play one song and then we'll come back. This band is from Cleveland as well. This is Conspiracy 216 with Wasting
Yup.
Away.
Oh,
And-
quickly, Jeff.
yeah.
I got someone I want to shout out. So I know my girl's watching, but Outlaw, if you could, also and myself say hi to her little daughter Sophie, who I love very very much.
All
Who's
right.
also watching her
Sophie.
Zachy on.
Hello, Sophie. Hi there, girl. All right. We'll be right back, man. This is
Alrighty,
Conspiracy 216, and we'll see you in a minute.
see you guys in a minute.
Conspiracy 216, Wasting Away. Fast song, right?
Man, you know they. I was gonna say they are. They were also one of the big top contenders with Avoid Dead, weren't they?
They were, yeah. They were up there for the longest time. Hey,
Do you still do work with My Cleveland Project also?
hell yeah, I do.
All right.
They'll be at the party on Thursday night. So Thursday we're doing the 500 party. We're over 500 subscribers now, so now we can monetize the channel as well as we have a bunch of other great stuff that we're celebrating. You know, with all these interviews and stuff. But there's a party Thursday night at Smedley's. It's on Cam's Corners in Cleveland. It's right on the border of Fairview Park in Cleveland, and you're invited to come. All the hosts will be there. It's gonna be a good time. It's a jam night up there, so there's a ton of musicians. So it's gonna be a good time. But yeah, it's about My Cleveland Project. They'll be there. The other
Yeah.
thing that the other thing we're celebrating is on July 26th at the House of Blues. They're holding a Battle of the Bands. It's being put on by John Raven, Rock God Entertainment, and Doug Aldrich from Whitesnake will be there. Vinny Appice from the band Dio will be there. Mark
From
Kendall,
Dio? Wow.
yeah, Mark Kendall will be there from Great White. Tony Cavanzo from he wrote the song "Mental Health" by Quiet Riot. There's gonna be
Oh
a whole
wow.
there's gonna be a whole bunch of people there. Outlaw Radio is gonna be interviewing all those guys on the Metal Revolution show, and then we'll be interviewing some other people in the '80s icons on the Outlaw Radio show on Sundays. And so we're going to be celebrating that. That's a really big deal for us. It's really going to be cool. It's going to help the channel a lot. The other
That's
thing
awesome.
the other thing I want to say too is we're going to get started September 8th with the Heavy Metal Gridiron. It's the day before the season starts, so we're going to collect all of our information, do all our research, and get ready for that then.
Yeah,
But I
like
do,
what's your speculations?
yeah, I'll get to that in a second. But um, we will have interviews from ex NFL players, people in the NFL world. I've already been talking to some people from Pittsburgh, Cleveland. I have some, and this will be surprising to you guys out there, but I do have some friends that I talk to from time to time that are ex Browns players. So that'll be surprising for you. So we'll do interviews. We'll do the show. Of course, we'll play really heavy metal music, black metal, death metal, thrash metal. It'll
And
be a little bit.
I've always wanted to know the insights of what it takes to be an NFL player, you know?
Yeah.
That'd be something.
It takes speed, agility, and a serial killer mentality.
Like, you never ever pictured yourself playing in that league, did you? Like long time ago or anything like
Hell
that?
no. Hell no. I
No.
couldn't even handle football in high school, man. It was brutal. I played hockey. I like to fight, so you
I was
can't.
gonna say, if I had thought of anything, I would maybe do like wide receiver because I can be a fast runner, but running back, hell no, or
That's what I hear.
quarterback, no.
Wide receiver.
Uh,
You sure you're not a tight end? That's funny.
I no, I could never be Mr. T.J. Watt ever in life.
I was a kicker. I was a punter. Uh, I
Yeah.
I punted until I was like a sophomore. I liked kicking. I had really because I played hockey. I had really strong legs. I could boot the ball. I could probably still kick field goals.
Oh yeah. And people say, "Oh, it's a lot harder than you think." It probably is, but you could try.
Yeah,
If there was money on it,
I liked
I'd
playing.
try.
I liked playing football. It just as I got older, the hits got harder, and let me tell you out there, folks, it hurts to get hit. It's a little different in hockey. When you get hit, you could slide on the ice, right? Although getting hit up against the boards really blows. But I was a defensive player, so I handed out the punishment. But in
Yeah.
football, when you get hit, man, it's like a tree. You get hit, and it's like a tree falling. There's no sliding or nothing. You're just getting pummeled into the ground. Like for instance, do you remember when James Harrison hit that Colt McCoy, the Browns game?
Oh yeah.
That was probably one of the most nastiest hits in the NFL I've ever seen, and it was also
He
beautiful.
didn't. He didn't get fined for that one, did he? Or did he? I can't
Yeah,
remember that.
he got fined and he got penalized for that hit.
Hmm.
But as a Steeler fan, I thought it was glorious and beautiful.
Oh, that I was like, I kept replaying it.
Yeah.
I
Man,
kept replaying it.
I wonder if we can play some videos of that over and over again on the show every time something funny is said.
I'll tell you, I don't know where like the so I want to get into this really quick. For future, when you said for September 8th when we kick off the whole shindig, any facts that we come up with, me personally, I'm sure you'll agree here. Um, we're gonna be coming up with facts, or at least I am reading about the Steelers. I like to get them from like ESPN and stuff like that, or even the NFL app. And the reason I say that is because, uh, and things that if I'm watching the game or something like that, that I'll contrast. But there's so many fake ads and so many fake articles that come out about that. And then I don't want to be the one, I don't think you do either, that comes on here and is just spitting a bunch of things that are all just like, no, that's not even true. What are they thinking? What are they saying? Uh, so me and you, I feel like, can make jokes and crack puns and stuff like that. But I feel like we're gonna want to do it on like as much realistic a fact as we can get.
Yeah, so let me address that. So, what I do is a lot of times with certain things, I'll say that they're rumors. I'll say allegedly and supposedly, okay? So it doesn't put me in the spotlight of being right or wrong. I like to be more right than wrong. I do a lot of research on all the shows, right? So I do a lot of AI searches because it goes over everything, right? Because you can't beat AI. AI is just, it's everywhere. Um, I use a lot of, I'll do Google search, I'll do Wikipedia, I'll do my own research. I go on the dark web, I do some deep dives and stuff like that, especially with the paranormal. But don't be afraid to report something that's not true. A lot of stuff is out there is rumors and speculation. So we could address it as rumors and speculation that it's alleged. Okay?
Yeah, I'm about to say because like, you know, I for additional hate or anything like that, I was like, oh, I don't want people to think that we're just coming up with whatever on the spot, but also not fear it. Just like how we were talking about all the Aaron Rodgers stuff. Almost, I think all of that was all factual stuff. And as when the season progresses and stuff like that, there'll be countless things that come out with that we'll probably be glad to talk about.
Yeah. And so this is the thing. Don't be afraid to talk about anything. People are going to
No,
hate you no matter what. And I don't care anymore about any of that stuff. I say what I say. I own it. I take full accountability for saying it. If I'm wrong, I'll come back on the show and say I was wrong. But
yeah,
don't be afraid to speak your mind or say anything, you know? I will
yeah.
send you the list of words that we can't say. It's a
I
shit
was
ton
gonna
of them.
say yeah. So since what was it? Just the other day, YouTube became a partnership for you, or you joined their group or something.
Yeah, when you hit 500 subscribers, they have a thing called the YouTube Partnership Program. And what it
Hmm.
is that they can advertise on your channel now, and then you make money from the
Okay.
advertising rates. So you have advertisers on your channel, so they don't want you to say certain things, so that the advertisers won't want to advertise on YouTube. And that's the whole thing. So there's certain words you can't say. Uh, like for instance, you can't say stuff about Hitler being a certain
Yeah.
word, okay? But you can talk about Germany, right? There's
Yeah.
words like you can't talk about certain attacks, but you can say SA instead of that. You
And
can
there's
swear.
yeah. It.
You
It's
can't.
such a gray area nowadays
You
for
could
like
talk
what can
about.
and can't.
Yeah, you could talk about drug stuff, but you can't mention the actual drug
Yeah, stuff by a
name.
specific name. Yeah.
So, okay.
Oh, boy. Are you all right there, buddy boy?
Yeah, it's the thunderstorming here, so
Ah,
we lost the feed for a second. Yeah.
this will be all
Uh
right.
yeah, we're good now. Reverend Rob said we need to do a dating show. Yeah, I think I'll pass on the dating show.
Oh, I think we'd be maybe I think we'd be too harsh, but also maybe too realistic at the same time. Give or take, like what people might get. Some people really like the realistic approach to stuff. No living in fairy dust. Some people really like the bold. What do you think I should do? But I know we're not gonna do it. like you know.
Anna said again, pizza! Exclamation, exclamation. You gotta be careful with that
Yeah.
word. You gotta be careful with that word, Anna. Pizza means many different things to the elites.
No, no. She's right. Here shortly, I do actually have to go pick that up. Here shortly, they close at ye old midnight tonight.
Well, we're gonna finish out the show right now. So, guys out there, the Zack Attack will be around. Hopefully, we get him out to some events. Anna, we would like to invite you to the stuff. She's hangry. She needs her pizza. But Anna, it's nice to see you. Sophie out there, hello again, hon. And Reverend Rob, why not do a dating game or a single show? I don't know. I don't know about that. But
Hey, you never know. He may or may not talk about it a little bit on Sunday. Maybe
I'm
a little.
I'm sure he's gonna bring it up now. But okay, Zach, it's great to see you, bud.
Hey,
You look
I'm
healthy.
majorly looking forward to it. And it's gonna be a lot of fun because me and you are alike on so many things when it comes to just simply having like a conversation about so many things that music related even or uh, football in general. There's countless things that me and you have always agreed on.
Hell yeah,
Um,
that's what makes good chemistry, man. Is getting along with your co-hosts. I've had co-hosts that have not worked out for us, and now fortunately everything is rolling and things are great. So, Zach, thank you so much for coming on the Heavy Metal Gridiron. It's going to be a very fun football season. I cannot wait.
oh, I'm
And
I'm stoked. I'm excited.
before we go, I just do want to say one last thing. Pittsburgh Steelers, number one, baby. You may not like it out there, Brownstown, but I don't give a fuck. All right, Zach. You have a good night. We're going to finish it out with one more song. I have Darren Ironside with Overwatch and Control. You be good, okay? And I'll see you very soon. We'll be in
Oh, for
contact.
sure. For sure. Outlaw, thank you for being here for this preview. We'll close out with a big bang, though.
All right, guys. We've been Outlaw Radio Nation. This is the Heavy Metal Gridiron. The show will be back in September when the NFL season kicks off. This is Darren Ironside and Zach. Take care and enjoy your pizza.
Oh, you bet.
All right. Good night, bro.
Good night, guys.
Devil that you work for and the company that you keep. Overwatch and control over you. That is what they seek. That is what they seek. Overwatch and control over you. That is what they seek. When they make you bend the knee, that is when you are weak. Overwatch and control over you. That is what they seek. Control.